that other end and flip it over.
You're watching Hurley Films.
How's everyone doing? I hope you guys are doing really good. We're doing great. Our interior walls are up, and if you missed that video, I'll leave a link up above so you can check it out. And you're probably thinking, oh, why is he not doing an intro on camera this time? Well, I got out here late because of having to run around and do some stuff with work, and when I got there, they were already started, and I did not want to miss them hauling around these gigantic beams and putting them together for our front and back porches. So this was really cool, and I mean, these are not joking around. Like, these beams, they are cedar, so they are naturally just a little bit lighter than like an oak beam or something like that, some kind of a hardwood. But still, it is a, I believe, 24-foot wide, or 24-foot long, excuse me, wide. Oh my gosh, that's a big tree. 24-foot long beam. And I think it's judging by the width of that saw blade, it is a 6-inch. So it's a 12 by 6, 24-foot long beam. And wow, it's big, and they put it up there by hand. So what they did is they are doing these half-lap joints, and they're hauling this thing up these ladders. They end up calling in one of the other guys. His name's Foss. He runs in, and they tack a board to it so he can lift from the middle as well. They get it up there. But it was, I was like, I'm going to sit here and video all of this because it is a big beam. And not only that, but it's kind of the first feel. Like, you get to feel what the front of the porch is like. So here we go. Up it goes. And we are about to be locked in. This is the most tense moment. And there we go. Okay. That's when I started breathing again. Right there. Right there. But everything's going really good. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm getting stressed out. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. Not just with the house stuff. The house stuff is going, but it's also house work. Just all family stuff in general. We got baseball games going on right now, which are actually awesome. They kind of are a stress reliever. Just getting to go watch Hurley play is a lot of fun. And I'll throw a clip at the end of this video. He got a pretty good hit the other night, and it was he was pretty stoked. He's always the most nervous to hit. That's kind of his thing that we're working on, is hitting the ball. But he did get a good hit, and it was really fun to watch. So I will make sure to throw that at the end of this video because it was really good. Now see, this beam is probably even more heavy. So this beam, I believe, is a little over 24 feet long, but it's actually two 2x12s stuck together. So it's a lot heavier beam than the, and you can see how they had to sister on another 2x12 down there in the end where Keith's standing on the left. So it's all there. And so again, Foss is there. He's going to be lifting it from the center, but he's getting pressed. Foss is a funny guy. So here is what's even crazier. So they get this up here, and Keith has to simultaneously put this on the mark, hold it up with his shoulder, and get this big giant framing nail gun and toenail in a couple nails to hold this beam to the cedar beam. So this one actually is probably even a little bit more tense than the other one. So then they go over to the other side. They got to do it all to the other side. And during the meantime, they're actually still zip walling the rest of the house, getting all of that stuff done so that when the time comes, we can be ready to install our windows and doors and things like that. And so right here, they're finishing plumbing when I say plumbing, I mean they're making sure everything is straight and level and straight upright. And so they've run a string on the top to make sure that everything is good and it's not like slanting in the center or anything funky like that. They're making sure. And so what they do is they use these braces and they pull on one end, and one guy is sighting down the wall, making sure everything looks good, and then they nail a brace in place. Oh gosh. So these are the trusses. So I filmed them carry up, I believe, 3 of these trusses. And so the ones that they're doing right now are the cathedral ceiling trusses, and they were heavy on their own. But those ones that you see over there, those trusses over there are about 50 feet long. They are really, really long. There's a lot of wood inside there. And the whole time I'm thinking, how are they going to do this? Because they had 2 guys on the ground and 3 guys up top. And I'm like, there is no way that 2 dudes are going to be carrying those big ones up there and lifting them up to the guys on top. And so their plan all along was, one guy was going to be going down, helping carry a truss over, climbing up a ladder, and then helping drag the truss across. And I thought, well, I'm just being here filming, and I can do something. So I ended up setting the camera down right in here and helping them load every one of these trusses up onto the top. And it was a lot of hard work, but it was a lot of fun, and it was good to be able to contribute and help these guys out, because that would have been awful. Well, you've already seen a lot of stuff today. Things are happening. Check out that. Right there, all right. That is because my shorts are completely soaking wet. I got to help these guys lift up all of those trusses. I saw them lift up one and I thought, there's no way, we need to go help. So I ran over and helped them when we got all the trusses up on the roof, and they were not playing around at all. I wore out just from doing that. But they're up actually setting the trusses right now. It's getting crazier and crazier how big the house looks. Oh, and of course I finally turned on the video and the wind starts to blow, but you know what? I'm not complaining at all, and if the wind noise bothers you today, then I'm sorry, because oh, that feels good. That's amazing. So things are going good today. Looks like the plan, hopefully before the end of the day, is that the trusses are all set in place. And then we've got wood on the way, so we needed a little bit more 2x6s to be able to frame up the gables. So we got that coming, but things are going really good. I'm gonna walk you guys back over here and get some more footage of these guys working, because it's incredible the skill that they have being able to do all this stuff. It's just awesome. This is where it starts to get really cool, because look how awesome that looks. I mean, it's gigantic. I never thought how big this would actually be. And these big holes, I'm so glad I had them put those big holes in the trusses. When Gary built these trusses for us, he made on both sides a big giant attic crawl space. So where they're standing at right now is where the actual HVAC unit, our furnace, our plenum, the blower, all that stuff will go in right there. And that'll be a more than big enough space to be able to run ducting and to run all of the equipment and everything else that we need to do up in there. And then same thing on the other side, it's the exact same way. In fact, it's actually a little bit bigger of a spot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so carrying a gigantic truss and walking on a 2x12. Tell me that is not something that requires some pretty significant skill. Right here, Yes, I know he's holding on to something, but I mean, geez, that's pretty awesome. And they were doing that back and forth all day long. So at this point, you can see pretty good the structure. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to stop talking because I've rambled on plenty in this one. I just love watching this back and getting to talk over it. But I recorded a lot of time lapses, just set the GoPro up in the field and let it go. And so I'm gonna let this roll for the next, I don't know, however many seconds, maybe a couple minutes of just really cool time lapses of the entire build process this day. And it is super cool. Here you go. Guys, there's a lot of trussing up there and it is really cool. I'm really, oh gosh, trying to be enthusiastic. I'm really worn out. It's been a long week, running back and forth. I had to run to Stillwater, which is about a 40-minute drive or so, to grab some roughing in plumbing stuff for Matt, because he's going to be here tomorrow to start some rough in plumbing stuff. So that's part of our deal, is I'm supplying all the material. He's doing a lot of the work, so that's good. Had some bad news with the bathtubs. We thought we were going to be able to get one today. We thought we were going to be able to get them today, but it just didn't work out. It ended up being that they actually don't have their, they closed at 3 and we found that out at 2:30 and we are 40 minutes from them. And then we thought I'll just get them tomorrow, and then we realized that they didn't tell us that they're not open on Fridays. Their distribution center, so it was like kind of a punch in the gut, but it's okay. We are making amazing time. Everything that you see here has been only done in a matter of days. They have worked so hard. This video was a lot of time lapses today. It was really busy with work, running around, and then I helped the guys put all those trusses that you see here, all of those trusses from the ground up to the top. So it felt good to get in and get some work done, and it felt nice to help the guys out, because that would have not been fun doing that with the guys that they had. So it was good. But yeah, things are happening. I am going to go ahead and shut this video off. I'm just checking everything over, making sure there's not anything I need to do. I need to go empty that trash can. And things are going well. And I guess that's all I got for this one. the guys will be back out here tomorrow. Matt will be out here tomorrow. So I'll just see you guys in the morning. Oh, the best laid plans of men. Oh, I was planning on being out there first thing in the morning, and then I ended up getting out there in the afternoon. So I didn't get any footage of them actually putting this gable up that you're looking at right now, because work happened, but I did get here in time enough to watch them being able to start putting up the trim, as well as that really cool air compressor pin trim. That's just your run-of-the-mill air compressor pin, which is just a normal ink pen without the guts on the inside. But everything's going really good. The gables are not the gables, but the patio gables are done. The front porch gables done, and now we're ready to move on to the decking and to the rest of the sheathing and siding and all the other bajillion things that are coming. But this is all I got of this day because of how late I got out there, but I wanted to get to at least show you a little bit of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you guys haven't already, comment down below, let us know what you think of everything. And if you haven't, subscribe to the channel because we got a lot of things happening. We are building a house and it is going really well. And let us know what you think. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever. And we'll see you guys on the next video.